Hey friends, and welcome to my channel, The House of Jen. If you have not already, please subscribe because we are going to have so much fun as we decorate for the holiday season. Also we do flower arrangements and more, so don't miss out. I wanted to share with you, I already showed you what I was about to show you, but I'm so excited because I recently did a video about 5 different Christmas themes to get you all inspired for the holiday season, because you know you are just going to wander around the stores, grab some things off the shelves, open up your boxes, what you already have, and just kind of like harem scarum put everything up. Well, you don't want to do that. You need a plan, okay? And I know you don't have time for a plan. You're busy, so let me plan for you. Let me at least give you some inspo and watch that. I'll link it below, 5 different themes. But today we are going to actually kind of recreate little scenes on this table, like on this console table, to really give you a visual, because we kind of chatted about the themes, but now we can kind of, flesh them out, if you will. So Cozy Cottage Christmas was the first theme. And like I said on the video that I will link below, you could so do it modern organic, or you could do it like traditional. But baskets and hand-stitched quilts, table runners. This one is this not adorable? This little snowman runner, oh my goodness, was literally hand-stitched by my husband's grandmother. And she is very, very talented. She's very, very humble. She also paints. She does artwork. She's a very talented painter. And she hand-stitched this. This is one, and I have others. And this is just absolutely beautiful. And so very kind of cozy cottage Christmas. We want to add that little like hot cocoa on a snowy day kind of theme. And I like that this is very traditional Americana. And each thread, like, we are so blessed, but also like, my goodness, we can just order things on Amazon or Target or Walmart or whatever. But do you see like all these tiny little stitches? Like every single stitch, every single thread was made with love. And so this took so long, not to mention the little border and everything. So, oh my goodness, I tell you what, this is priceless. So we are going to put this on, spread it on the console table. Now I have a black and gold console table, but how cute would it be, like a knobby pine table or something like that? Would that not be absolutely gorgeous? So that is super fun, but I'm going to grab some other items. So let's do it. Okay, so now that I have our little quilted table runner down for our Cozy Cottage Christmas, I have this piece it is from Hearth and Hand. I am just wild about Hearth and Hand. Their products are amazing. They're gorgeous. And I love this type of kind of darker glass. I want to say tortoiseshell glass, but it's like this amber glass. That's what it is, vase. And we have these kind of like cypress type of branches and the cream berries. But to make it a little fuller, I'm just going to add in, and oh my goodness, these are like old berry picks, but they are good. They do the job. They are definitely not new. Oh, I'm tangling my berries here. Hold on. Oh, y'all, of all times. Well, real life here. Okay. And then I'm going to put one on this side, and we're just going to tuck them in, all cozy for our Cozy Cottage Christmas theme. And then I am just going to simply put this on one side right here. Okay. And then I want to add a few more things. So I think I'm going to grab, I mentioned on the Cozy Cottage Christmas theme about burlap trees. And so let's add a little burlap tree Isn't this cute? I think I got this, like, I mean, you can get these, I want to say like Walmart or Hobby Lobby, Target, all the, I want to say Walmart. I'm not for sure. But you can get these little burlap trees like pretty much everywhere, or really you could make your own. I mean, since we're in the like crafting quilt cozy kind of feel, why not, you know, take a little twine, make your own. Don't have the time, no worries, buy it. And I like that it's like kind of flocked and has the pine cones. And then I actually, this one was, I believe, from like an estate sale years ago, but I like that this is authentic burlap. I think someone actually did this again with the hand stitch. And then these were like, so like somebody put these on, because there's like several, I'm pretty sure, on the ribbon, which they're super cute. And this is like the old little, I remember growing up having a tree like with this type of branch, and so I kind of like that this is tied in, and I'm just going to put this one right here. So if you can see that, this is what we have so far going on, and I think I'm going to get some more items. Okay, so I mentioned baskets. Excuse the ring light because I do have a mirror right here, so sorry about that. I'm going to try to angle it over here. But I do have this basket, and I like too that it's not the store-bought kind of basket. I mean, someone, you know, this is definitely more of an antique-y basket. Like it has some little like, you know, you can tell like this would be very, very pricey. It's almost kind of like Pottery Barn feel, but this was definitely an estate sale basket as well. And I remember when I saw it, like, I love this basket. It's so, so gorgeous. So you could just kind of prop it up like that if you wanted to, but I'm actually just going to use it as a functional basket because I want to like load it up with some more like quilts in our cozy cottage Christmas, which would be like either a cabin or that kind of, you know, like hallmarky kind of traditional alpine lodge sort of, you know, I have the little cream sweater on today. We're cozy. That's a cozy theme, right? So, okay. So we are going to add this like plaid red flannel. Don't you love the red flannel plaid? I am mad about plaid. I think plaid is so, so fun. It has these, this is beautiful, beautiful tassels too. And then we are also going to add a few little flannel stockings and just kind of like drape them. I'm going to drape them over the edge like so. And then I'm just going to put this little like joy thing kind of in the middle, which I think is just adorable, and kind of prop it up. And then, you know what? I think what we need for our little trees to make them a little more homemade, I think they need yarn. I think they need yarn, and I'll tell you why. Because yarn and little twine just makes everything shine. So we're just gonna, as the topper, I am just gonna tie these on to the little trees, like so. Do a little bow, like so. Not S-E-W, not sew, because I don't sew, but I'm thankful for people that do. And then I'm going to do one more little yarn piece right here. Oh y'all, I think this one's longer. I think I should have put the other one on there. Oh well. Okay, so we're going to just tie this like so. I feel like I need to put like a blanket right here to like camouflage the ring light, but oh well. Okay, but I'm going to show you what this like looks like on a little video all the way across so you can kind of see what it all looks like. But so homemade, so cozy, and I'll show you what it looks like. But now let's go on to the next themes. But first I want to do a little panorama. Panorama? I think that's the word. I decided to add a miniature wreath and a little mitten. So I love this second Christmas theme, and it is the gingerbread theme. I found this adorable gingerbread runner on Amazon, and it was like super reasonable, a lot less than what you would find at like some of the department stores. So super cute. He's furry and cute, and it was listed as orange, but I think it's kind of gingerbreadish color. Okay, so I wanted this. I didn't really want to pay a lot of money for this theme, just to be honest. So I got crafty and I redid one of my little candles here. It was gingerbread colored, and I just added a little like candy cane striped ribbon to it, and I cut out a piece of felt and painted it with acrylic paint. And then this was wood, and I painted it white and just put it on like so. So if you have a little display, you could, you know, have the lid like that, or you could put it off to the side and actually light it, which would be super cute. But also borrow, if you have family members that are willing to let you borrow their things for just one event, do that as well. My mom always has the cutest, oh my goodness, the cutest gingerbread things. And she actually showed me an adorable picture that she had as well. But we are just putting these little guys out. So cute, especially if you have little ones, nieces, nephews, whatever, and you're entertaining. They're super cute. But y'all check out the Dollar Tree too. I found this was so cute, these little tongs. Now the Dollar Tree is not a true Dollar Tree now, so these I think were like $1.50, but still super cute. And there's something about this time of year that brings back memories. When I was little, I had a little gingerbread pin that was like scratch and sniff, and I wore it and I loved it. So it was so fun. So we're just gonna put him right here. And you know, I feel like it needs like a cake stand. And really ideally, if I had a cake to bake, I would put it on here like a gingerbread cake or even a gingerbread house. But I have not made a gingerbread house this year, although it would be really fun. So, and then to remind me or you to make your gingerbread house, I have this adorable, I like the idea of actually putting this gingerbread house tin in the kitchen until you have the actual cake, and then just kind of draping a little plaid napkin across the edge like so. Let's see if we can do that a little better. And that way it gives it kind of that like homemade, timeless feel to it, which I think is super cute. Another idea that you could do if you're decorating is take an ornament. My niece gave me this beautiful cookie ornament because she knows that I like to bake cookies, and I could either have it on this side or the frosted side. And I'll link it below. I actually made this little like yarn topiary tree with some other little trees. And so you can be very resourceful around the holidays. You don't have to spend a whole lot. I think the runner was like $8.99 by the time when I bought it. And then, like I said, I picked up a few things at the dollar store. The other thing I love the idea of is taking a cookie cutter and putting it on kind of a gingerbread colored vase. Again, I am obsessed with Hearth and Hand, and this is a Hearth and Hand vase, I believe. And then I just added the little gingerbread man little cookie cutter, and then I picked up, isn't this beautiful, this candy cane stripe? I actually got the last one today at the Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to put some little picks in here to make it extra festive. So we have some like pine cone, and I love the real touch of these. You can find really good ones on clearance, and that's exactly what I did at the Hobby Lobby and some other stores. I'm always doing Christmas clearance, but I always get filler items around this time of year too. So, and then just add some whimsical berries. You know, if you actually had peppermint picks, those would look super cute as well, but we do have the ribbon, so I feel like
that does represent that. And I'm just adding these little spray berries just to kind of tuck it in at different heights. And then you can always fan it out, zhuzh your berries. Super fun. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, how can I forget? We have a few more happy things to put out here. So this was also at the Dollar Tree. I thought it was so cute. They're actually little cookies. And so I was like, well, of course, that is adorable. So we're going to put that out. And then check out even like the thrift store. I found, actually my husband shopped with me and we found, look at the little rickrack detailing. And I was like, you know, I bet a grandmother made this. What was it doing at the thrift store? I'm so glad we found him. Anyway, I don't know for sure, but he's really cute. He's holding this little star cookie and he actually stands up and he goes with the rickrack. We can make him leap onto the cookie platter if we like. And then I have this like orange rind, also an almost free thing. I may do a tutorial with you guys on how to make some oranges, dried oranges in the stove, because it's really fun and easy and you can do a lot of crafts with them. But I actually had these like years ago, and anything like candied oranges or whatever, you can just kind of drape it all around like this. And that is super, super cute. I'm going to show you a couple of ideas. Obviously, I have lots of stuff going on right now, so I wouldn't use all of this, but I just, for sake of giving you ideas. Also, if you have a little rolling pin, which is really cute if you're doing a gingerbread theme, you could like, I've actually seen where people take all different size old-fashioned rolling pins and put it in a large vase, like a big flower vase, which I super love that idea. But I'm just going to put this off to the side next to our little gingerbread pan. And then we are just going to add a little candle on top of our tin, and voila.
For this next theme, we are going to create a classic, nostalgic Christmas feel. I just love the look of this soft gray fur. It just kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, like a Santa Claus coat. And I just think it's really cozy and furry and classic. So I have these two modern vases that I am placing juxtaposed across the table. And then I am adding in some burgundy berries. Burgundy, burgundy, burgundy. It's all the rage this season. You are going to see a lot of berries and a lot of burgundy. They're everywhere. Don't you just love the variation? I love these particular branches. I want to say I probably got them from Hobby Lobby last year on Christmas clearance. And I just love that they're like lots of little berries and big berries, and they just look very realistic. So now I am adding this satin ribbon. It is a red satin ribbon, and I love kind of that cherry red. I think it even has small like little like snowflakes. You can barely see them on there. But it just looks very classic to me. So I am just adding in a satin ribbon on either side. And I was really amazed how this turned out. And it is probably one of my favorites of the five. I like a lot of them, but I really, really kind of lean towards classic nostalgia and glam, of course. So I like to combine several styles. So, but yes, this is really, really pretty. Like if you had like an entryway, even like if you did a Christmas wedding, it would be so, so lovely. Like a guest book signing. Oh, so, so pretty. Okay, so now this would be pretty plain, but I want to go ahead and add some cute little Santa Clauses. These I just absolutely love. They were estate sale finds, and so you can tell all the details. They are just so, he's carrying these little sprigs of branches, and I don't know, there's something about combining old and new. I also, whoops, almost dropped that one, Mr. Reindeer, sorry. Santa needs reindeer, right? So we have these little plaid reindeer. Unfortunately, one of my antlers came off of one of them. But so poor little deer. So we're tucking those behind the Santa Claus. We're just kind of creating a little scene. And then, oh, I love this little like candelabra piece. And then I am just twisting the little battery operated candles to create a festive Christmas scene.
Okay, friends, so for this next one, I am going to keep the furry kind of table runner on here. We're going to create a winter wonderland. And ideally, I would like a white fur, but we'll just pretend like it's muddy snow. No, I like it. The gray works. I kind of have on this gray velvet to show you that winter wonderland can still work in neutrals, if that is your thing. And so we're just going to keep this little runner here. And I have used these white vases in the past. I'm going to show you which ones those are. They are these guys. And I just added, I like the kind of modern look to it. I like that they're super tall. And I just added some ribbon to it. And these you can get at the Dollar Tree. I did at my local Dollar Tree, and they came in a 2-pack. They were like, I think labeled Ornaments, but I think they were like $1.50 for 2 of them. And so sometimes it's just those little differences. I love kind of this high-end twiggy branch look. Look at it looks like realistic twigs. And so that is just so cute and whimsical. And so we are going to put the other vase on the other side because we have to have 2 of them. Okay. So we have our symmetry going on right here. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And then, of course, since we have the inspiration with the branches, we are going to add some tall white branches to give it some height. So these branches probably could use a little refresh, but they actually were, these are sentimental because these were used in my wedding, and so years ago. And so I still love to put these out. I'm gonna show you what they look like. Very like wintry and like snowy twigs. I love them. And they bring back happy memories. So I'm going to put these in here too. Just like so. And then one is actually kind of taller than the other, but I kind of prefer it that way because they don't have to be completely matchy-matchy, right? Okay, well, if we have a snowy wonderland, we have to have a Mr. Snowman. And so I've had this little snowman for years. I think he's fun. He has some kind of like metallic kind of stuff going on. So we're going to position him over here. And you guys, what else do we need? Let's see. I think we need these little swags that I had gotten years ago, or maybe it was last year. I think it was last year, but I like how snowy. I'm a big Christmas clearance shopper, y'all. When I'm always like every year, I'm like, I don't need any more Christmas things. And then I inevitably go and shop more Christmas things. Do y'all do that too? Or is it just me? I just get excited about the sales? Okay, and now I think we are going to add in a few of these little like snowflake scatters. You can get them in a whole pack. I got them in like old time pottery before they changed to, I think it's like another retail store now. So I'm just sticking these in kind of wherever, although you could kind of scatter them on the table, but I'm just gonna tuck them so that we create like a little winter wonderland scene. And then I have another branch here, pine cones and twiggies, and we're gonna stick it in this kind of like, can y'all see how beautiful this like little lantern is? It's got like that kind of like smoky looking glass. But I actually have a little like battery candle, and we're just gonna turn that on and stick this in here. And then I have some of these, I guess you call them fairy lights, or they're kind of like Tinkerbell lights or whatever. And I feel like that's kind of, you know, very, very pivotal. It's very stylish and kind of part of the theme of the Winterland theme. Although it could be pivotal to your style. I don't know. I think I just wanted to use the word pivotal. Okay, so we are going to add that little lantern there. Actually, do you see this? This needs to be probably behind here to give it more, much better, more of a wintry look. And I can always keep this zhuzhing, but I like this minimal kind of style right here. If you wanted to jazz it up and wanted some extra bling, you could always add a silver bow. Okay, friends, so for this last one, I'm just going to show you what I have laid out. I put on this beautiful, burgundy is big this year, and I found this, I believe, I want to say Home Goods, but it's actually just really, really luxurious, and I love, and it was off season, so I don't know if you can find it now, but very, very like ribbed, luxurious. I let it drape all the way kind of down over this console table so that it has kind of that, you know, Hollywood glam, Hollywood Regency kind of feel to it. I also have this big kind of gold cone tree. I found this actually at an estate sale at one point, and I think I found this adorable little like sparkly reindeer. Look at this little satin bow. I think that was like at a consignment store, so I really love that. Have these little old-fashioned gold. How adorable are these? So vintage. They're like glam, you know? It's that throwback gold pine tree, pine cone tree, and I added a little velvet ribbon on this one. I probably should add one to this one as well. And then I have these sparkly little like berry trees that I just kind of juxtaposed and then added some sparkly little mistletoe in this kind of vintage patina bowl. Oh, and look at this like really beautiful filigree. I'll move this so you can see. Look how pretty that pattern is. It's kind of that velvet. Again, we want all the velvet kind of texture and gilded and kind of maximalist sort of table. Oh, and then look at these. These are actually spray painted gold holly. And I tucked in some like gilded eucalyptus leaves. And I just think it turned out really, really cute. So that is our little like glam Hollywood Regency table for your last table design. So I hope these like gave you some really fun ideas. Whichever Christmas theme you do decide, let it be you. Let it feel like you, and you know, just have fun. Layer. When I'm decorating, I kind of layer. I take things down and then I change my mind. So just have fun with it. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe.